Hello, sir. Welcome to the show. As before I start up with my questions, I wanted to say that I'm a huge fan of this place. I come here regularly to hang out with my friends. I wanted to know like what clicked a person of getting this idea of gaming with a cafe, which I guess it's a very unique idea today. So yeah, I wanted to ask questions on that.
Okay. So basically, for me, I've been a gamer for a long time. I think I started in 1986, I think. From the time I was 3, I got my first console then. So since then, I've been pretty much a hardcore gamer. Might it be console gaming, starting from the Atari to the Nintendo. I've owned every single console. Then I got into PC gaming in the early 90s. Then when I was in the UK, I used to play professionally. Obviously, my parents were not too keen on this, okay, but that's the kind of line I went through. I mean, I was actually a working professional till 2015. 2015, I came down here just to drop off my parents' retirement. They used to work in Dubai. And at that time, I was like, hey, this seems to be the right time to do something different, right? So, I started exploring the market. I traveled all over India, seeing what was available. And I was highly disappointed with a lot of these kind of places. So I was like, okay, what are my goals now? Obviously, one is to create a gaming center. Okay, that's a separate thing altogether. But how do you grow gaming? That's a different story altogether, right? Because if you just create a gaming center, you're only going to get the gaming crowd kind of thing. And guys who already know about gaming are going to come and play.
Yeah.
You're not going to attract a new audience. Whereas, if you create an environment which caters to all audiences, you pretty much have a high conversion rate. So a lot of people who come to eat here as well, they suddenly be like, hey, let's try something. Because we run, gaming ads on the TVs and everything. So they'll be like, hey, let's try. So we actually have a pretty high percentage of female gamers as well. You'd be surprised. I think about 25% of our gamers are actually women. Because a number of reasons. One is, they come here to hang out and they want to try something. Number 2 is safety and security.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's the most important thing. And see, we've become some kind of birthday joint now. Okay, we've had about, I think, over 900 birthdays in the last 1.5 years.
Oh, that's really big.
Yeah, it's really big. Even we were surprised.
Yeah.
We become a birthday joint, and then we do match screenings here. So, that's a different crowd we're catering to. So, it's more, the concept is simple. Cater to not only the gaming audience, but the non-gaming audience as well.
As I've played nationals for Tamil Nadu, I've played cricket. So yeah, I have a huge interest in cricket. Like I do like to go for screenings. I do like to see matches over here. I've had a different, a unique experience over here. So I feel that this place has expanded so much, as there are many gaming centers in Chennai itself. There are just gaming centers where very few people and only the guys go. And there's not a lot of crowd. But once I spoke about Arknemesis, like bro, let's go to Arknemesis, and he's my friend Aditya. He's introduced me to this place. So I've got a different response. Yeah, we can go over there. Like any of my friends, let it be male or female, all of them like to come over here and play. So that concept just struck my mind, and I just wanted to ask, like, what got you to this? I'm sure you would have some inspiration as you are in a gaming field.
See, it's more about, I've been a hardcore gamer. I used to play League of Legends and CS 1.6 professionally as well in the past. Okay, when I was in the UK. And, even World of Warcraft, I was very active in that community. And, it's about giving people an experience. When people come here, there's 2 things that people can really relate to. So we've had celebrities come in, bring their kids here, sometimes leave them with their kids here, and, they'll be like, okay, I'm going for a massage, take care of them. One of the biggest things I think is, this is a family-run place, okay? So, my wife and I, we take care of the gaming side of things. My mom takes care of the cafe side of things, and my dad both of them are chartered accountants, so they take care of the legal, my dad takes care of the legal back end. So, when people come in here with their family, and they see that a family is running this place, that's an automatic bonus for them. They feel comfortable automatically.
Yeah, it feels like a family.
Exactly.
Feels like home.
Feels like home, exactly. So, and the way, customer service at the end of the day is king. I'm charging a premium which much higher than you see in the other places. But why do people still keep coming here? Okay, it's because of the way we treat our customers. It's the way we interact with them. Sometimes some of my guys will even go play with some of our customers when they have nobody else to play with. So that kind of all-round experience on the gaming side is a huge bonus for us, because all my guys are actually gamers. They've been in the gaming field for such a long time. One of my employees, actually, just to give you an example, his dad owns this huge construction company, right? So he could have done anything.
Yeah.
Okay? But after I opened Arknemesis, he suddenly came in here. He's like, dude, I'll come and work for you for free. Okay? And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, I'm serious. So he tried it for a month, and then he's been with me for, since I opened. Okay? And he's still working. We're working on newer projects, trying to raise awareness about gaming. And see, gaming is not just about esports, right? How many people do you know? The esports community is about 30% of the actual gaming community. Majority are casual gamers.
So honestly, I don't know anything about gaming. I come here, I'll play either GTA or I'll play WWE.
Exactly.
And that's it.
That's what. So you pretty much make up literally 70 to 80% of the crowd.
Yeah.
Who want to play casually, have a good time with their friends, and then head back out. So for me, it was just offering that experience to people. Nothing more. I mean, I'm a huge diehard fan of gaming. Not only gaming, I mean, I'm into anime, K-dramas, okay? You name an anime show, for example, I've seen it, okay? So it's about the whole culture of gaming that we want to put together in one package. I mean, even cosplay, for example, is something we're very keen on. Okay, so, Halloween and other stuff. We like people coming here dressed up as various characters. On top of that, we're looking at expanding the reach of how gaming can reach the audience in Chennai. Now, in a place like Bangalore, Mumbai or Pune, you have those Comic Cons, you have the other stuff.
Yeah.
In Chennai, there are not many activities, right? So now we have gone with Phoenix Market City. So last year we did this thing PGX, okay, which, literally had a 10 lakh prize pool for Dota 2. We had
10
PUBG.
lakhs.
Then we had PUBG Mobile, we had cosplay. And this year we're even expanding on that. This year we're doing a 5 lakh prize pool just for cosplay, okay? We're doing PUBG PC, we're doing PUBG Mobile. So it's, again, creating something which gamers are craving for in Chennai.
Yeah, I guess it builds up the opportunities for the budding gamers right now. And there are many people who do not get the opportunities. So I wanted to ask, what are your views on people who are going for their passion? Like gaming, not many parents are going to support them for it. So what are your views, and what do you want to tell the parents for gamers?
See, it's about two things. One is not just about passion, it's about practicality as well. In my experience, you see a lot of, especially college kids these days. I'm 36 years old, right? So I opened this when I was 34. A lot of college kids, okay, they say gaming is their passion. But you got to understand, this place isn't about gaming, it's about keeping customers comfortable. So there's a certain level of maturity you need to run a place. And trust me, for the first 6 months, it wasn't easy to run a place as big as this. There's so many issues that crop up, from electricals to internet to whatnot. Okay? So I would say, see, if it's passion is one thing, but then you got to be practical about whether you can run the place. Because at the end of the day, you can just create a place, have some random guy sitting at the till who has no idea about gaming. Okay? And when customers come in, they'll be like, hey, how do I do this? And the guy will not have the answer. Whereas when you create an environment where, when people come in here, they can relate to the staff, and the staff can relate vice versa. It's a totally different thing. Okay?
So like you said before, it's a homely feel. So yeah, you're sure, I'm right.
Okay, now from why did I create the cafe and snooker? It's again creating a kind of environment where people can hang out.
Yeah, because everyone does not know to do video game or
Exactly.
something, so they can have snooker.
So parents come in here and they're like, hey, wow, okay, for birthdays and everything. We're like, okay, I actually have a nice place to sit here when my kids are gaming. Okay, so that alone, like we have a birthday party today as well, for example. We have 20 kids coming in at about 3 o'clock. So that kind of thing, and word of mouth is a better marketing for us than anything else. When people know the kids are comfortable in a certain place, they bring in more. Birthday parties, I'd say, is one of our biggest sources of revenue, to be honest. We even had, for one birthday party, they're booking the entire place. About 150 odd people. They booked the entire place. And everybody was playing, and then we have corporate events. Okay, we had people like Canon, okay, Amazon.
Corporate events.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be insane, I'm sure.
Yeah, see, for corporate events, we have one of two things. One is obviously they use our cafe side, our projector, to have general presentations. On the other hand, they pretty much, just take gaming like a get-together sort of thing. So they come in groups of 20 to 30. So we had Canon, Amazon, I think, was it Flipkart? I'm not sure. I remember what the third one was. So again, we're catering to different audiences. See, if you just shut yourself off to, hey, I'm targeting the college kids, you're not going to get anywhere. Whereas for us, you'll be surprised, about 30% of our audience is actually the working class. That is age 35 plus. or 25 plus. So that alone is different from what other cafes offer. Majority of the people who go there are, school kids or college kids. And see, the other factor why people are comfortable here is we don't tolerate bunkers. So we see somebody coming in a school uniform, we either do one of two things. We tell them, hey, either prove that you're here, not bunking college, by calling your parents, okay, or you guys can leave.
That's good.
Okay, so because we want to maintain the reputation, which is very important to me, having invested so much in this.
No one will just come and simply sit over here.
Exactly. So we want to encourage gaming, but at the same time, we don't want to encourage bunking of schools and colleges.
Yeah.
That's a totally different thing. I mean, a lot of other places probably be like, hey, yeah, let's target the bunkers. The funny story is there was a guy who came about 6 months ago. Okay, he's like, hey, I have this place near DG Vaishnava College or something. Okay, and I want you to invest in some PCs there. And I asked him, what is your target demographic? He was like, people bunking college. So I was like, okay, not interested, bye.
I like coming over here when the matches are going on because I like to see in that screen. I like to view. I have my own space over here. I feel that. I feel like I can just come and watch a match and go off home peacefully. There's no interruption. That's the biggest part.
Exactly. And see, one of the reasons why, like even NDTV, they actually came to the screening here. The reason is we don't serve alcohol, which is one of the best things I did. Because most of the places that do screenings in Chennai are bars, which means the general college crowd, most of them at least, won't be allowed inside.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we are family friendly. Okay, so even like we did the Champions League final. Okay, this is on first June, right? And we had about 250 odd people here, including families and kids as young as 8 at 12:30 at night. Okay.
Yeah, so there's no going to be a stress that you're having you're gonna have alcoholics over there.
Yes.
Or any mess around is gonna go.
Yeah, exactly. So we're very safe. Once you create that reputation environment of safety, that solves half the issues. Okay, and cleanliness, like the owner of Sandy's is one of my regular customers. Okay, so he comes in and he tells me, hey, I have a very busy schedule. But one of the main reasons I come here to play is not because of how powerful the machines are, or the lighting, or the ambience. He said, dude, I come here because it's clean.
Yeah, many people like it because you like to be in a clean surface. So yeah, many people come because of the cleanliness out there and hygiene. Obviously, that needs to be carried.
And that takes a lot of effort. See, man management, which is why when I say, you ask me that question, what do I say to people who have the passion?
Yeah.
But the passion has to go with the practicality. Can you run a place like this? Can you deal with customers? Sometimes you'll be getting angry customers coming and screaming at you. Do you have the maturity to handle something like that? Okay, or parents, okay, sometimes they may not be happy with something. Do you have the maturity to handle that? Do you have the maturity to manage staff and make sure the place is spick and span and make sure all minor issues are sorted? Yeah. Because there's a lot of things. I mean, you look at networking, you look at sometimes the lights conk out, electrical problems, plumbing problems. You face this pretty much on a weekly basis.
You need to see every small thing again.
Exactly. So you need to be hands-on in your approach. Yeah. A lot of people, the mistake they do is they set up a place like this and then they leave the management to somebody else who probably does not have the passion. Because see, when you start a business of your own, right, it's like your baby, right? So when you do not pay attention to the minute details yourself, the business is not going to succeed.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, whereas when you are personally keeping track of everything, making sure everything is done, and thankfully I've been blessed with amazing stuff, not only on the gaming side but the kitchen side as well. So got a bit of luck on that side, okay? But like I said, without man management, it's going to be very tough.
Yeah.
And I think that's the key thing I would say to anybody who wants to open something like this.
And I even wanted to ask, not just gaming cafes or someone wanting to open that. I want to ask someone who just wants to game or go ahead with that field, or else any other career option, like not going through studies, but any other career options. What is your suggestion on that?
See, when it comes to gaming, let's be honest here. I went to this place, Whistling Woods in Bombay.
Yeah.
They are the Film Institute. Okay, so I met the director, okay, for some other project. And basically, you look at the amount of creativity available in India. Okay, like, people from Whistling Woods went all the way and, they won an Academy Award, their team, for Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Okay, so personally saw these people, met these people, and it was an amazing feeling. So the creativity in India is there. From a gaming perspective, it doesn't have to be just about game design. Okay, like it can be graphics design, for which I'm sure we have a huge talent pool here. Okay, it can be anything. It can even like what do you call it? Scripting. Writing scripts for games. It doesn't have to be necessarily coding. The opportunities are endless. So it's not just limited to event organization and gaming cafes. A lot of publishers, see, my dream is simple. I want the major publishers to come to India. Right now, people have the sales offices,
Yeah.
okay, but they don't. The publishers are not actually designing games in India. That is something I want to see change in the next 5 to 10 years. I want to make sure you got like a Square Enix or a CD Projekt Red or somebody, setting up offices in India. Like even Valve and Riot. Riot came to India, I think, a few years ago, thinking of setting up, but then they didn't feel the atmosphere was right, so they left. So hopefully bringing these guys to India in the next 5 to say 10 years is actually one of my long-term goals. For me, this vision is not limited to a brick and mortar business. It's not about taking this and franchising it and making easy money either.
Yeah.
Okay, that I've got about 70 franchise offers. I've declined every single one of them. It's about taking a different approach to this entire gaming scene, which I unfortunately cannot disclose to you at this point in time what my plans are.
I understand that.
But hopefully I can achieve and get not just from a professional gaming perspective or esports, but actually getting publishers to India. I think that would be the way to go about things. That would open up job opportunities, not only from an esports perspective, from design, scripting. Because you look at games these days, it's not like games in the olden days. I mean, they have proper scripts, okay, proper storyline, proper voice acting. So the potential here is endless. But what I would say is, just because you like playing a game, this is what majority of the people make the mistake on. Just because you like playing games doesn't mean that should be your career.
Yeah.
Because everybody likes playing games. Okay, so you got to have some idea which is unique to actually stand out in the crowd. People told me when I opened up this place, hey dude, you're going to shut down within 3 months. That's what they told me. Because dude, that place is charging 40 rupees an hour, man. Who's going to come play here? Okay, and then other people told me, hey, no man, you invested so much in this, are you going to make a return of investment and everything?
My next question was this, like, how did you face the criticism which you would have had a lot of criticism for, starting up this place?
Yes, I mean, I did. I mean, a lot of people were like, dude, this is not going to work, man. You are going to get shut down in 3 to 4 months. Like when I did PGX last year, one of our volunteers was like, oh, I can't believe you guys are still open. Okay, but see, when you do anything with a passion, okay, firstly, and you have a vision regarding what you want to achieve, then anything is possible. For me, I did not limit myself to just gaming revenue and cafe revenue. When you limit yourself without thinking 5 steps ahead, then you're not going to make it. Because see, like you say, on a weekday, a crowd isn't going to be very good. On a weekend, a crowd is always excellent, but you can't just count on weekend revenues to run a place as big as this. So we combine it: birthday parties, corporate events, regular events. We do concerts here. We've had concerts here. Okay. Okay. We've had stand-up comedies. Okay. So we try to combine everything into one. So we technically are not just a gaming cafe; we're also an event space. So when you think of it from that perspective, it changes totally. My parents, among all people, were bloody shit scared when I was opening a place like this. They're like, dude, why did you quit your job? Okay, why do you want to do something like this? Okay, so the fear is always there. Will something like this work not only in India, but will it work in Chennai? That was the first question I got. Dude, why didn't you go to Mumbai or Bangalore? Why did you do this in Chennai? For me, it's simple. I mean, I did my market research. There are as many gamers in Chennai as any other city in India. Okay, maybe the anime crowd and the cosplay crowd is stronger in places like Bangalore and Mumbai, but gaming is gaming. I mean, you find an awesome crowd in no matter which city you go to.
Like, you have people copying the exact same concept of Arknemesis in like Chennai and even other places. So
Yeah.
See, anybody can set up a place. I mean, I'll be honest here. Anybody can set up a place like this, but running it is where the difference comes into play. Nobody would believe when they come in here that it would be, this place is almost 2 years old. Okay? You look at other gaming cafes, the way it's maintained, and you look at this place, nobody would believe it. A few days ago, we had, I think, some celebrity walk in, and they're like, hey, did you guys just open? I was like, no, been around for 2 years. And they were like, hey, so well maintained. So that is something we take pride in.
Yeah.
And that is something which I feel that makes us stand out from the rest.
Yeah,
Like
it does.
we have had we have had cafes open after us with probably even better machines, right? But why do people still keep coming here? It shows that the hardware is not the most important thing. It's the experience. It's the community, like you said, the staff, the way you interact with them, the way they help you. These are the things that actually carry on. Somebody might, 2 years from now, open a cafe with probably twice as good machines as I do. But to be honest, I'm not worried to that extent. I'll be upgrading shortly anyway. I have to remain competitive to a certain extent. But like I said, machines are not the most important things. It's the games list that we offer. Okay, every other place they either have pirated games, which we stay away from, or you have to have your own account to play.
Yeah.
We offer certain things which nobody else has. We are actually working with Valve personally on a cafe system. Valve, pretty much, we run a cafe system from Valve directly. We're running it on our systems right now. And they actually gave us, when PUBG just came out, they gave us 25 free licenses of PUBG, other games as well. And we're still running it. So when people play on our Megazone, they're actually logging directly into a Valve system. Okay? So working with companies like that also is a huge thing for us. I mean, how many gaming cafes can you say that actually work directly with Valve?
I guess even for Fortnite, this is the only legal place, you have the legal accounts for Fortnite.
Yeah, we do. So Fortnite is free, so legality is not a problem in Fortnite.
Pretty much the only place in Chennai that hosts proper tournaments for Fortnite, right?
Yeah, see, okay, now regarding tournaments, I'll be honest with you guys. Fortnite, tournaments and gaming cafes, I pretty much thought as well, to be honest, when I opened, that, hey, tournaments are the way to go. That's what most people go to gaming cafes for. But then I realized something totally different. Gaming cafes are not the place to hold tournaments. Okay? Because what happens when you hold a tournament? I'll give you a minor example. Now, when you have a tournament, a lot of people charge entry fees.
Yeah.
Right? When you charge entry fees, what happens is people are not willing to spend too much, maximum 300 rupees. Okay, for say a FIFA tournament, 300 rupees. Now, a FIFA tournament goes over 2 days, and say even 40 to 50 people sign up, you make an X amount of revenue. But what I realized is I make more revenue without holding tournaments, because that same 300 rupees a head, that'll have to go over 2 days. If I hold a tournament, say for a PUBG or a Fortnite here, then what happens is I'll have to give them tournament packages which are cheaper to get in a bigger crowd. But our regular customers, sometimes they come in here, they'll recharge for 1,000 rupees, they'll recharge for 500 rupees, which is more than what I charge an entry fee for a tournament. So for me, I realized that tournaments are not probably the best way to go for a gaming cafe. Because even if you want to host a tournament, you want to have sponsors for it. Would sponsors be happy with just a limited audience inside a gaming center? So I'm looking at a totally different thing. When I do tournaments, I'm looking at bigger venues. Like again, I'm doing PGX 2019 this year, where again I might do a 10 lakh CSGO tournament, 5 lakh for cosplay, 2 lakhs for PUBG. And that attracts a bigger audience than a gaming cafe ever can.
A very big.
So that's what I realized, because every time we hold a tournament, we actually lose revenue rather than make revenue. So occasionally, yes, when we might do it, but that is not a revenue stream I would depend on at all for any gaming cafe.
Or a regular one.
On a regular basis. Maybe once in 3 months, once in 4 months, maybe. Like Fortnite, we had the opportunity, we did it. Okay? But otherwise, I would say tournaments should be on a grander scale outside a gaming cafe. This is a place for people to come and have fun with their friends.
Yeah. That's what I said in the start. That is the place where I come to hang out with my friends. Like it's our space. That was my set of questions. Thank you so much for being on the show.
No worries. I mean, nice to see somebody. Which channel is this, by the way?
Mine is Nikunj Rathi.
Okay.
I'm a musician actually.
Okay.
I started this thing very new.
Okay.
It's a new thing for me also. So I wanted to start this from a while actually. I was finding, to whom should I see, which inspires me, the story which inspires me. So I got 3 people whose stories really inspired me. One was you, one is a DJ. Like his story is also, he's a school child and he becoming a DJ at this level, playing in every pub in Chennai is a big thing for me, I guess.
Of course.
And a lady who does art and craft, that is also, I guess, it's beautiful today. So these 3 stories inspired me. That's why I contacted you and I asked you.
Okay, thank you so much, and I wish you best of luck with your channel.
Thank you.
Take care, man.